Alright, hello? There we go, we're back. Hello and good morning. Updated OBS and broke all sorts of stuff. How's the desktop audio? That doesn't look that bad, right? That's alright. Alright. Jesus. Alright. Hopefully not everything else is broken too, probably. Ow. We're going back to the boat to do some buffing, selling, repairing, etc. etc. Then we'll jump back to work in here. Oh my goodness. Must be the Magic Worlds this weekend. Alright. Hey, Elwito! Turn on the TeamSpeak. So I let updates run and now TeamSpeak says that it's all jacked up too. Playback. I think it's under headphones. Okay. And then for capture, it's supposed to capture the snowball. Waka 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 waka. Hey.
Yo.
So yeah, I restarted stuff this morning, and I guess like the sound stuff is all broken and the streaming stuff was all jacked up. I had to upload or update and then fix all that stuff. It has already been a morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Oh, just hanging out.
The girls never came.
The girls never came.
For funsies, I decided to look at the healthcare marketplace and see what insurance would cost for me.
Oh yeah, the affordable healthcare stuff.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, man.
No.
I got a bunch of friends who are like, it's more efficient for me to pay the fee. Which should tell people something. The government should not be in charge of anything that involves your daily life.
Yeah. Executed poorly.
Then I say to people when they say stuff like that, I'm like, well, what government program do you think is executed well? And they never have an answer. So if you have one, I would love to hear it.
Well, I mean, Rachel and Elena are both insured under Medicaid right now. And I mean, for the most part, it's worked well for us. And, I mean, it was definitely a lifesaver with Rachel being pregnant and Elena being born, especially with all her complications.
Now see, we had we were able to get on what they call the WIC program, here in Kansas for Remy. And that helped quite a bit.
We were on WIC for a while.
That covered a lot of the costs of his birth, and then helped out with the extra expense that we eventually figured out how to deal with. What the shit snacks is going on?
Yeah, I mean, it was all a hassle to get enrolled in, but it was definitely worth it.
Okay. But, you know, we paid that money back and then some in our taxes, so.
I mean, thankfully, I don't need to get that coverage because my VA coverage meets the requirements and whatnot. But
yeah, I don't know. That's a subject that probably shouldn't get too deep into on the stream, because some of that stuff irritates me a lot. But especially when I hear my vet friends talk about how their coverage will fix it, and then some of them are really blessed. Like Dan's getting great use out of his VA coverage right now, but it took him a long time to find his benefits, because they basically they shuffled him out the door and they didn't tell him anything, and he just was under the impression that he wasn't getting any useful benefits for his time in the Navy. But it turns out that I think probably because of all that shenanigans, they're treating him extra well.
yeah.
But then I've got some other friends who are just like, yeah, I can't get anything. Like the lines are crazy or whatever. Just like, that's aggravating to me.
Yeah.
But, make you feel any better, I got some good news today. To the point where I thought that it was really terrible news for a minute. My alarm goes off, and I hit the snooze button on it, because it's whatever day of the week it is, right? Friday. I can hit the snooze button once on Friday. It's cool. And too far away. And a few minutes later, Tanya comes in crying. Like, are you up? I'm like, oh shit, what's wrong? Yeah, I'm up enough. What's the matter? Nothing. So she starts to tell me that Remington got into his main school. And one of the reasons that it's the main school is because they're going to give him like $150,000 scholarship.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, basically all 4 years of his college is paid for, as long as he
Fantastic.
goes there and lives on campus. So basically we have to cover his dorm fees.
Yeah.
And I think this will even cover the books too.
Not nearly as pricey as an entire college education, so.
Right. So yeah, he's guaranteed for 4 years of college now, if he so chooses that life.
As long as he keeps his grades up, does his work.
I'm not sure what the restrictions are on this one. I'm assuming that he's got to graduate, but I'm not sure what all the exact restrictions are. So for anybody who's watching, I wanted to make sure that I had my teleport or my D-Door hireling companion running. I apparently brain farted. I wanted to make sure that guy was up and running. So yeah, I don't know. That's some pretty reasonable news there. Why did the... Oh, because that wasn't the album. That was just one song. Give me an album. Here we go.
Yeah, my nephew had a football scholarship to a small school, and then like he failed a bunch of classes in his first semester. He didn't put any effort into it, and then he lost the scholarship. And my brother and his wife were super pissed.
Yeah, I mean, that's not unlike what happened to my brothers Shane and Derek. But Remington has never put forth a lot of effort into school, so hopefully he'll continue, or he'll put in a little bit more this time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's been trying real hard. He took the CNA class, or the degree. If you in this town, right? If you are graduating from high school, you can take like a CNA or whatever class for free.
Mm-hmm.
Which he did, obviously. So he's not quite got a CNA. He's got to take his boards, but I'm assuming that'll be okay for him. So he was like, well, maybe I should just go be a nurse. Like, I don't hate it. I'm like, oh, that's what you want to do, bud? And he's like, yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I think he really does like this idea of getting his psychology degree. I don't know what he wants to do with it afterwards. He doesn't seem to be that motivated, but
Yeah.
he's got time. Now he's got 4 years to go to school on somebody else's dime, too.
Yep. Good deal, man. Oh, balls.
I mean, have you put this realization in your head that our kids are like 15 years and 2 months apart?
I had not. But yeah, that's a thing.
Now, granted, that's your youngest child.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I still remember being in high school and coming up to Niles to play D&D and seeing Remy run around in diapers.
well, he used to come to Brell's house, right? And, he'd sleep in his car seat, like, the whole time.
Yeah.
And then occasionally he would come out. Eventually. But yeah, that was a long ass time ago. Alright. I think we're good to summon our helper here.
Just to let you know, I don't know if it's on the stream, but on my end, your audio has been like sort of dropping out at the end of your sentences.
Oh, is it the fireball not picking up through the whole conversation?
Yeah, sometimes it'll off like the last half second. or whatever you were saying.
It's probably here with the There you go. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. I just shifted down the push or the push or the bleh. I shoved that barrier down like
The
5 degrees or whatever. Yeah.
I always thought it was so nice in DDO that like all these bad guys and stuff took the time to make you a little safe space.
Well, they try. It's just a place that you're talking about the shrines.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that to limit you from just camping anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Oh no! No! Shit! I got quelled. Can I use anything? Oh, I can use that. Okay. Ugh. Oh, a bunch of negative levels. Alright, quelling over. Expect to see these negative levels. Whew.
Yeah, negative levels.
So, quells do this thing where they turn off your divine magic. And I'm a cleric. I know you probably wouldn't be able to tell that from how my character plays, casting firewalls and scorching rays, but still a cleric.
Yeah. Well, I could see how that could be an issue.
So they basically turn off my magic and my ability to heal, and that was bad news. That was bad news, bears.
If you're a cleric, you need to be dropping flame strikes.
Dude, I was. They're right here. I got flame strikes. I've got I forget what this thing is even called, Firestorm or some shit too. Got a fear or a carnage reaper, famine reaper. There's a firewall or a blade barrier. Is that better? Does that make you feel more cleric-y? Here's a flame strike. But I'm a heavy spellcasting blaster cleric. And it's been a lot of fun. There wasn't enough real cleric spells in DDO to really do it before. And now there definitely is with the fire domain. Oh, just all these Reaper skulls, my friend. All I know is I was really concerned that the bus plan was going to have to change while we were trying to get Remington sent to school. But now everything looks good. Everything looks like it's going to work out according to plan. See, I had to deal with tears of joy this morning. Alright, we'll have to go that way. Excuse me. Yeah, I wonder where the rest of my peeps are. I've not had the viewers this week. I mean, I shouldn't say that. We had a bunch of people on Tuesday, and I missed Wednesday. Monday wasn't too bad either, I guess. But yesterday and today, not the best viewership so far. I'm not real sure what's going on. I know Twitch has been having all sorts of problems this week, though.
Yeah.
And DDO has never been a YouTube game for me. If I can get these vampires to chase me a little bit, that'd be great. There we go. So, you do a lot more with Steam than I've ever.
Mm-hmm.
It fired off today. It's like you have 4 things in your inventory. Right? So when I got the Pathfinder game, which I'm digging, I went ahead and I spent the extra $10 and got the like the version that had more games and stuff, or more of the. So I guess they sell it basically by expansion pack. So like for $2 or something, you get another however many worlds. I don't know. Mission packs, whatever. So I got the one that had a bunch of extra mission packs and stuff involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well this must be those mission packs coming in. But I don't have any idea what they are. They keep telling me, crush these for 22 gems. And I'm like, I don't want to crush anything. I want to get my products that I got. Do you have any idea what those could be? Or do I need to like screenshot and send it to you?
You might have to screenshot. I don't know, because I haven't looked at that game at all. So
I mean, I don't think it matters if I share it to. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, okay. Alright, so like Fortress of the Stone Giants, from deck 4, The Rise of the Rune Lords, it's evading whatever. There's a badge process thing.
I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, so basically like whenever you buy a game through Steam, like it'll give you like basically they're like trading cards for the game.
Oh.
You can like trade them between different people, and I guess you can turn them into gems and get booster packs for new cards.
Okay. So it's Steam crap.
Yeah, it's just crap.
Okay. Because I'm like, is this my adventure pack? Like, I don't understand.
No,
Like,
that shouldn't be the adventure pack. That should just be like something Steam gave you because you bought the game.
okay. Then people look at my Steam thing like, wow, you only got like 8 things. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty true. Yeah, I don't use Steam a whole lot.
Misses me.
Say what?
Duolingo misses me. It sent me an email.
Oh, we can return High Priest. We don't have to do this room. Sweet. Well, in that case, we'll go shrine up and we'll go kill us a High Priest.
Yeah. You're that high priest.
That's right.
Gonna make him a low priest.
Well, I think we actually saved the priest.
Because you're gonna chop off his legs.
That's right. Save him 15% by switching to Geico. That's what we're gonna do. Alright.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, BRB.
Sick. Alright, let's get buffed. They need like a light fireball. Alrighty, I think it's good enough. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Eat some light brights. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Looks like 36,000. Wow, I'm just making up letters now. 3,064 Reaper experience. Which I believe is just a hair into what I need, right? Yeah, I need 5. Great. Because I was not planning on doing the next 2. On Reaper modes. I mean, Ghosts of Perdition is going to be hard enough as it is on a caster. Also, before we level, we have to run around and do gotta see what else is going on. Is somebody else like going crazy? The follow button. World Cup is playing. Just fair. And I've not been streaming on Fridays. But still. Zappy, zap, 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 nose. So let's pull up over here. It's not going to show me by game. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm just checking to see what else is going on. Let's see. Video Epic Reaper Quest Daily is playing for 2 viewers. Yeah, there's no DDO people right now. Which is part of the reason why I had started recording Friday mornings. I mean, always do wagons or rats if you get a chance, right? Come on. Come on, rats. We get our chest now? Nope.
I am back again.
Welcome back again. You know what? I listened to make fun of this song last time. I want to fast forward this one. Ugh. goodness. Get used to doing stuff on the harder difficulty. So, like, things take a long time to get through or whatever. And then when you get the times where you just knock them out of the park, it gets, you're less like, oh, I missed this. Why did I buff here? Well, for the record, I did get to bed about an hour earlier than usual, Witty.
Yeah.
So I got to bed around 1 instead of, well, like 1:10 instead of 2:30.
Yeah, I went to bed about a little after 2. I need to stop doing that.
It's hard, man. So much to do. That's when you hit your second wind.
Yeah.
Microphone activated.
Alright, microphone activated. I'll get back my mana that I foolishly wasted. Come on, mana. Milk the mana. So I was having this awesome dream. Like, there was a dragon involved, probably because of the Pathfinder game. There was a dragon involved, and shit was going down, and it was awesome. And the dragon had just, like, beaten me up. And we went back to his castle to, like, do stuff. And it's just like, I'm gonna get better and I'm gonna kill you and blah blah blah. He's like, whatever, mortal. Kind of stuff, you know? And, like, that's when my alarm went off this morning. Guys, gearing up for part 2. That's not bad. Alright, everybody. Nope, you're not dead. Glad I turned around. I would have missed that fragment. Batman Ninja trailer released. What is this thing? This thing seems crazy. There are jokers running around in ninja masks? Or I have to watch this in a second once we get this cleared out. Alright. All right, let's look at this thing. Alfred's got a little top knot.
良いお手前でバットモービル、バットウィングも失った。だがまだこの体がある。日の本、朝のごとく乱れる時、コウモリの仮面をつけし異形の忍び現れ乱を治める。あなたをお待ちしておりました、バットマン殿。
Batman Ninja. And the Joker's got a mech. Alright, well, that seemed unnecessary to me. Oh man, I bet that's gonna be ridiculous on the eyes. Alrighty, let's loot this key. It's not gonna cost us anything except for a minute or two. Whoa, we're taking some damage over time here, folks. Let's make the bad men go away. Oh, forgot to turn the music back on. Apologies. So it did take a minute when I was trying to get everything up and running again and tried to fix the DDO sounds, and it's still jacked up. So whatever I did, I broke it real good. And I'm not real sure what it is I did, but I made sure that it was staying broken. A Fear Reaper. Where? There.
Yeah, I'll hop off for a little bit.
Alright, bro. Have a good one. Why didn't I get across the way here? I'm not gonna kill those things. They're just a pain. Boop. A boreal. You guys welcome to Chase. He wants hero souls. No thanks. That's... Oh no. Ugh. Is it you? Did you put out my firewall? was you. Alright. And that means you'll probably be able to do it too. Oh, come on. Make... Where's the Carnage Reaper? Alright, he should be... And the door's open. Let's see if we can't get a little lucky and get some of this firewall 2-for-1 here, or blade barrier 2-for-1s. I didn't go back to look for any treasure. Oh, this guy better die real quick. We're not gonna get anything extra out of it. There we go. Nope, not a bloody thing.
Now I'm back.
Welcome back. That was quick.
Indeed it was.
This should be regenerating. I don't know if it is or not though. Just confirming there was no treasure out here that I missed. Okay. So what'd you think of the Avengers trailer? I don't know if you and I talked about it yet.
I thought it was pretty smexy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's it.
That someone appreciated that they made Thanos look like Joss Whedon.
Oh, you think it looks like Joss? Because it's what's his name?
Well, somebody said that, and I thought it was.
I mean, it's what is it, Michael Robin or whatever? I mean, that's him.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks just like him. In my opinion, the only difference is it's like they took his hat off and they streamed down his armor. Oh no, I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but I've been a big Thanos fan for a long time. And a lot of people are like, what? Why are you... That's not true. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty true. A couple of years ago even, I was able to find a picture of Thanos at Gen Con. And it and Iron Man are some of the few pieces of artwork hanging in my living room. In fact, let me actually go to my... I don't know if I can search. Can you search your own Facebook posts?
Sure you can.
Look under my photos. Maybe I just... Yeah, I probably shared it as a photo, right? Apparently not. I'm not seeing a way to search your own posts. Let's see if I have the picture in my gallery. If I do, I should be able to grab it pretty easily. I think that's the right Gen Con. Oh, yep, there's the Thanos. So, for those of you who are watching the video or whatever, that's the Thanos I had on my wall for a long time. So I'm a big Thanos fan. So I was excited to see Thanos actually make it to in the universe, which made sense. Like, he's one of the biggest bads. But I was kind of also hoping that they would bring back the Red Skull.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, isn't the Red Skull like really underpowered compared to like Thanos and the Black Order? I'm like, probably, but so? They probably couldn't get the actor back.
Yeah, from what I read, he sounded like he wasn't looking to do any more movies.
Any more movies at all?
Any more movies as Red Skull.
Oh. I think it's fine. I think you could have gotten away with like his time, the Tezzeret changed him, souped him up. We could have got a new cast or new actor in there. I'd have liked to see him. I thought he did a good job.
I'm getting a phone call.
Man, popular today. It's our Witty, always the popular girl at school. Oh. I think we will try to clear a little bit of this top. get everything cleared just in time for the guys to not be summonable. One of them just happens to be a champion to be a pain in the ass. Not good. And a death warded pain in the ass at that. Alright, sweet.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. So I'm no longer on board with the Meghan Markle Prince Henry wedding. I was pretty pro. And I read an article last night that pretty much put me completely off of it. Do you even know who I'm talking about? You don't. So my favorite TV show is a TV show on USA called Suits. Right? And the female lead is Meghan Markle, and she is engaged to Prince Henry, I guess is his name.
Yeah.
Well, she announced that she is giving up the show to focus on the country, basically. On England and the outreach. Alright, I'm about to be really pissed. Wah! I can't kill these air elementals fast enough. Let's go eat their lost souls and then... You get invised. You do not look invised to me. Alright. Like they ran straight to her to kill her. Okay. Just drink potions. We're gonna get through this damn quest. The problem with this quest is that this infight is not really a challenge. Except for this part. This whole quest is super easy. Except for this lighting of the runes.
Light those runes up.
Well, there's 5 of them, and you can't physically run to all of them in the time it takes for them to turn back off. And there's a constantly respawning of air elementals, which is also a bit of a pain in the ass. Alright. Ellery, I need you to click your rune, girl. Oh shit, the first one didn't stay on. And she died, and Michael died, and of course. Can I summon like anything? No, apparently not. I don't understand why they're even aggroing them. Grab your stone. Let's jump back down here, Michael. Rescue this chick again. Oh, she's on timeout again. No, it's still on timeout. Alright. Get her mana back. I need to remember to go look and see what level the mysterious bauble is too. Can't remember if it's 16 or it's 18. I think it's 18. Alright. Let's take her shield back off. Get people invised. Alright. Try this S again. And we're gonna have to go through all the stone elementals again. Or the air elementals, sorry. Okay. One. Two. Did you get your room lit? You did. Michael, come on. No, the first one again. Come on. I just don't think I'm fast enough this life with them spawning so quickly. I may have to pull out, get some help. Alright, let's I don't think this is really working yet. I think this is the wrong key. Let's not die while we're screwing around here. There we go. Now it's on the right mapping. Alright. We're gonna go back. Shrine. Think about things for a second. I could probably summon a lower level summon. Like I have materials for that. And maybe a lower level summon would distract things. Did I... Okay, so let's go to spell list. We can't summon the highest level thing because we don't have the spell components. Yeah, spell components for this one? I don't think so, right? No. Level 6. Now level 6 spell components. We'll try again. It's aggravating. I'm just not quite quick enough. So on these two guys. I definitely think invising them is a good call because it lets them get into place. Doesn't look like she got invis though. Alright, we'll put Michael up here. She's visible. Okay. Oh, now there's a Fear Reaper. That's good. Is that the one that kills everybody from the AoE? Alright. Do I have all the aggro? Looks like I do. See if I can get a couple of these pulled. Yeah, I'm not gonna gonna be able to hold all the aggro and pull. Where you going, you piece of S? And then just that one. Oh. Cool. Pull. Got it. Alright, sweet. Gee, mini Christmas. I was afraid that was gonna never happen. You want to stay over there, it's fine. I'll let you. Yeah, I didn't think you wanted to. All right. Another Precious Reaper point. Cast the D-door on me. Alright. Well, we can go try doing just Elite, the other one. I am less confident.
Don't lose confidence. You can do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty
The best.
not sure. So now we this quest, the villain is a ghost beholder, which is
Ghost beholder.
yes, which is a pain because it's immune to a lot of different damage types because it's a ghost, and it also locks you out from casting spells with its anti-magic aura. So you're kind of like double whammied. Where I am. Now, if you could hit the broadside of a barn, it's probably less of a big deal, but... So the 5 most talked about moments from the Infinity War trailer. Number 5 is the last running team shot as the battle in Wakanda charges into the enemy. Number 4, get this man a shield, where the prince is telling his people to get Captain America a shield. Because shit's obviously about to go down. The Guardians team shot at the end, which I thought was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been a Guardians fan for a long time as well. About as long as Thanos. Not quite, but close. Number 2, the Spidey sense scene. I don't know, I'm pretty excited for Spider-Man moving up to the big leagues. I'm coming down with him being the little kid still, but that's one of the things that they've always tried balancing in the comics is like, even though he is younger and doesn't seem like one of the most powerful Avengers, he's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, number one. What do you think the most talked about thing in the Avengers trailer was?
I don't know.
Captain America and his beard.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get this guy down to like 20%. I hope this didn't kill him. Alright. We will kite around for a second. See if the brother shows up. Doesn't look like the brother's gonna come up. Or he's getting stuck someplace. We'll just go down there. Do you have a favorite moment in the trailer?
I don't have a favorite moment. Like it was all equally awesome to me. Like if I watch it a few more times, I'll probably pick out a favorite moment. But
Well, I watched it a couple of times now, and watched other people's breakdown videos and stuff, and a reaction video and blah blah blah. Which I've actually considered making a reaction videos to stuff like that, but I don't know, that always seems self-serving to me. But maybe that's the idea. Maybe I need to get more in a self-serving mindset. But, let's see. We can go a little ways up here before he leashes, if I remember right. Like here. Nope. We should be dead. Yep. So, I have to say, again, my love of Thanos would have to put it as he's putting the gems into his gauntlet. Let's get this guy crushed. We have reunited the brothers. Look at that. I have a healing scroll. I don't have... I'm not real sure how I'm going to win this fight. The last time I was on a divine character to fight this guy, I was a melee divine, and I still think that I mostly just cast heal spells on him. Also, apparently they did a Factorio update that basically broke it. Looks like they fixed it, but people are wanting to know why I haven't done a Factorio updates in a while, and that's part of the reason why. Let's make sure that he's got D-doors ready to go. I have a feeling that we're gonna get smoked, but we're not too worried about like XP or anything from this quest, and we're not on Reaper mode, so it's not the end of the universe. Get a firewall on this guy. Just try to stay the hell away from him. Alright, do we have any con damage or anything we have to worry about? Not really. I find a stuck spot. Firewall on him. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Maybe we can just stay far enough away from him. Some of our light spells are way ranged. And maybe we can just zap him down from a million years away. Nice. Maybe I was worried about nothing. Maybe we have enough light damage we can just eat him. I guess that was the answer. I guess we just zapped the shit out of him from years away. Now I kind of feel like an a-hole. Alright, there's also an article here. Has Marvel fixed its villain problem? You know, I thought Zemo was okay. The Doctor Strange villain I thought was kind of soft. I liked Ego. I loved the Vulture. Like, loved.
Yeah, the Vulture was really good.
I didn't even dislike Helena. I thought Helena was okay. Like, I can't... I guess the Thor 2 Malachi was a little soft. But I think they were trying to do too big of a thing. And they didn't take the time to really explain it that well. I'm trying to think what other villain was actually poor. Like, obviously Loki in the Avengers was the nut. Said I think the Vulture was amazing.
There was Red Skull, who we talked about.
I thought Red Skull did a good job.
Should we just go through all the Marvel movie villains right now?
I mean, you can.
So, we had Obadiah Stane.
Who was great.
He's good. He's a solid villain. Nice twist. Betrayal of trust. Let's see. I mean, there was the U.S. government in the Hulk movie, Black Abomination.
See, I really liked the Abomination in that movie. I don't know if I liked the rest of it that much. But I really liked, God, I can't think of his name as Abomination. But I thought that was really good.
Then after that we had the first Thor movie. So, what would you say? Loki is the antagonist of that movie?
Yeah. I mean, that one's kind of different because that was less of a villain, defeat the villain movie, and more of a, like, defeat the enemy within.
Yeah.
So really, like, Thor probably be the villain of that movie. In his own self, I don't know, doubt or worth or his worthiness. Loki was just a plot point to drive the story.
Yeah. And then Red Skull.
Which I thought was good.
Yep.
The graphics may not were the best, but
I thought they did just fine with it.
I just remember like the scene where he starts to peel his face away and it being really cheesy. But I mean, it's fine. But the actor himself and the role that they played, I thought was really good.
It was Tim Roth that played the guy that came the Abomination.
Yes, he also did Lie to Me, which is amazing if you've not seen it.
I have not.
It's like 2 seasons, I think, on Netflix maybe. It's a little show on Fox. Absolutely amazing.
But yeah, and then that brings us to the first Avengers movie, which was
Loki / the Qatari.
Yeah.
Which again, great.
Mm-hmm. We had Iron Man 2.
Which was Whiplash. Which,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I was in love with how they portrayed Whiplash, but because I'm not a big Mickey Rourke fan. but I thought it was okay. I think the weakest part of that film was the Hammer portrayed the way he was.
Yeah.
Because as an Iron Man fan and have read the Iron Wars storyline, which is what they were trying to like sort of kind of halfway do, Justin Hammer was just like this criminal mastermind and like business mastermind that just like was always 10 steps ahead. And to defeat Hammer, not only did Tony go completely rogue, but he also was able to turn mystical ninja assassins to his side. I was like, hey, whoa, this guy's brought much more dishonor than I ever have. Oh, really? Well, let's go get him. Now, that was a little soft. The comic book was soft. But the Justin Hammer character in the comics is vicious and ruthless and not at all a dorky let's dance for 5 minutes. And so I kind of missed that part of it. But I think if they would have switched the casting and made Mickey Rourke Hammer, and they made God, I can't even think of his name. Whatever the other guy is, if they would have made him into Whiplash and let him be kind of dorky, Whiplashy, I think it would have worked a lot better for me. Alright.
So then, phase 2, we have Iron Man 3.
Which was Extremis, which I thought was great.
Thor Dark World.
Which we talked about Malachi a little bit earlier.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
So that one, I think, was probably... Alright, so, quick question. Do you consider the 3 Captain America movies all Captain America movies? Or do you really just consider Captain America 1 and 2 Captain America movies?
Yeah, Civil War was kind of like more like a sub-Avengers movie.
Right. So I don't even think of Captain America 2 or 3 as a Captain America movie. So if you use that criteria, right? So really, there's only 2 Captain America movies. It is by far the best one.
It was really good.
Yeah. Like I remember coming out of that being like, holy S, Captain America's not terrible. Like, I was actually very excited. I thought the Winter Soldier did a great job. Because that's Mark Hamill's kid, right? I can't think of his name. But I thought I saw something saying that he was Mark Hamill's son. But I really liked all of that. I thought it played really good. And of course, the real enemy being, you know, the Hydra inside of S.H.I.E.L.D. Played out on like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and some of the other places, and I thought that was really cool. I kind of thought that's where they would write in a Nick Fury movie. I think they could have done a really good job right there of like Nick Fury trying to clean up S.H.I.E.L.D. from the inside, but then they didn't.
Yeah. Then we had Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which was great.
Mm-hmm.
The only... again, I think the ending was a little soft. And again, as a fan of the comic books, that's not quite how Ronan is motivated, but I think it was fine for a movie.
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I still really like the movie. I think Ultron was portrayed well. I would have liked to have seen him escape.
Yeah.
Because I think he's a good villain to come back. I would agree, though, he's probably one of the weaker of the villains. How he was portrayed in the movie.
Then Ant-Man.
A great movie. The whole thing. I'm really impressed by Ant-Man. And I think the villain, was very strong. I really like that guy in general. I think he's a good actor that should be able to go places, but he keeps getting put into these kind of like villainy. Like, I'm afraid he's going to get typecast. Like, I first met him in House of Cards. So, oh, here we go. Here's a list. So where were we? Ant-Man? So Civil War's next?
Yep, Civil War.
So who's the villain in Civil War?
I mean...
Is it the Cap or is it Iron Man?
I mean, I guess technically it's that one guy at the very end that's like arranged the whole plot. Or whatever.
The General?
No, the...
Oh, Zemo's the villain of Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I guess...
You're correct.
Consider him the villain.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say he was even a villain. Like, he did some stuff, but I don't know. I thought it was good. By the way, hi, Dirty D. Kind of getting ready to wrap up here. Jerry should be logging on pretty soon. I thought it was okay. By the way, the Samus Big Eyes emoji or whatever should be working now.
But yeah, I guess the real enemy of that movie was politics.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy was a bad dude. He did some bad stuff, but I think his motivations were okay, like believable.
Yeah.
And had, like, to me, one of the things that makes a good villain is if you were in their shoes, would it make sense to you? Could you have gotten there? Right? So, like, Witty, close your eyes and imagine you, like, work for that country's government, right? You're out of town. The Avengers, in a fight with Ultron, kill your entire family. Right? So now you're a man pissed off with a certain set of skills. You can't punish Ultron. He's gone. So the only people left for you to punish are the Avengers. Right? So you start digging around. And you find a way that you think can tear down the Avengers. Because you can't tear them down. Bigger men than you have tried and failed, right? But you come up with this dastardly plot. Like, can you get there? To me, I feel like I totally could.
I don't know.
If somebody hurt my wife and son, I could 100% be there. Like in I'm gonna get my revenge. Pretty easily. So then what? Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange.
Like I said, I think that wizard guy, which I can't think of his name now, I'd also put on one of the weaker villains list. But again, kind of like Thor 1, it's more of a defeating the enemy within kind of story.
Yeah.
That being said, it's still one of my favorites. Yeah, Doctor Strange. The villain from Doctor Strange was
How would you rank Dormammu in that as a villain though? I know it didn't have a lot of screen time, but
I thought it was fun, like yeah, wizard guy. I can't think of his name. Cathius? No, the villain. The villain from Doctor Strange. It's Cathlius or some shit, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking now.
It's the broadcaster's trying to send it out to both streams here.
Basilius.
Yeah.
Basilius.
I like Dormammu. I think that it set it up well. I'm hoping like Doctor Strange 3, assuming they have a 3. Dormammu comes back. You know? Because then he won't have the Affinity Gem, assumingly he won't have the Affinity Gem. And he won't be able to pull that time loop trick. He'll have to come up with something else. Which is the thing I like about Doctor Strange. One, he's not afraid to go all in to beat the bad guy.
Yeah.
Which is something not the rest of the villain or Marvel guys will do. There's even one scene in the Illuminati where Doctor Strange needs more power, so he goes to bargain with the devil, and he's like, well, what percentage of your skull are you willing to negotiate? And he's like, all of it. I got shit to do. And the devil's like, oh really? I think we can make this happen. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Dirty Dexter says, I would like to see them keep Spider-Man detached from a lot of the MCU outside of his own movies and bits in the Avengers. I think we're going to see a new Avengers is going to be very much driven by the new X-Men and the new range of heroes like Ant-Man and Spider-Man. Like I have the feeling that the new Avengers are going to be like a handful of X-Men, like maybe one or two carryover people, like if they can keep Don Quixote as War Machine, that'd be great. The Vision and like Spider-Man. Like I think those are going to be your key Avengers going forward for the next phases of Marvel movies. is what I think. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Ego. I liked Ego a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Dexter says, I'm pretty confident Vision's going to die. Yeah, I don't know. I have the feeling he's going to be okay. Like, I think he's going to die, but then they'll fix things in such a way where he didn't ever die to start with.
Well, do you think Vision getting killed would trigger Scarlet's Witch to go, like, insane and do some of the massive things she's, like, done in the comics or whatever?
Yeah. I think that's what they're going to use as the catalyst to, like, do stuff. But what they're going to do is they'll make that stuff, like, still, like, she'll still know happen or whatever, or remember the things. Like, I think what will end up happening is somewhere in the end of the first movie, Vision's going to die. And she's going to lose her shit and hit the time gem. And, like, it's going to send the Avengers back in time. And they're going to kind of know what's going on, but they'll start setting things up to be able to defend against Thanos properly. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, so I don't want to give any spoilers, but for people out there who have not read one of the newer Age of Ultron series, basically what Ultron wins, except Wolverine and not Jean Grey, the Invisible Woman, go back in time with one of Nick Fury's time machines. Go back in time and convince Hank Pym to program in a special self-destruct. Susan Storm, thank you. Who they never used before. So after he's won, they're like, now we're going to go back to this point in time, right when he shows up, and blow him up before he wins. I think we're going to see something along those lines. Is going to be my guess for how they get out of Infinity War Part 2.
Yeah.
And I think, though, that there'll be some, like, they'll still know what happened, and that'll screw up the continuity going forward and give us a new continuity. Whether they de-age some of the Avengers, or which is something they could do. You want to believe they're better than time travel? I don't think so. I think they've already told us that they're going to do time travel. They've already introduced it, and you might as well just get used to the idea. Spider-Man: Homecoming. We talked about the Vision, or the Vulture being one of the, in my opinion, one of the best villains in any movie.
Yeah.
There's an article that kind of brought this up that I was skimming while I was playing. They compared, I mean, what's the best villain of all time in a movie, Witty? And or chat.
Well, I mean, there's
Just shoot from your hip. What's the best villain?
always Darth Vader.
Boom. That's it. Number one, right? Yeah, any movie. The most common one is going to be Darth Vader. I would put the Vulture up there super close. He was likable. He wanted him to be, like, absolutely villainous. But at the same time, he was incredibly moral. Dirty Dexter says, I didn't consider Vader. You're probably one of the outliers. I would imagine 90% of people will say Vader as one of the best, as the greatest villains of all time. I want... Gimtown says, good guy gone bad, question mark. Like, not good guy gone bad, but a guy who cannot control his environment and adapted, became bad, but still has a moral code, right? Vicious. I will kill you. You know, I will get this done. But when he has an opportunity to betray Peter, like, he knows that Peter is Spider-Man, nothing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I really liked Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I thought it was great. I think Spider-Man: Homecoming is probably the best movie of this year, and is possibly, like, with the exception of one or two details, is almost a perfect movie. Then we have the, like, most fun movie I've watched in forever, Ragnarok. That movie was great. Not as good as Spider-Man, but ridiculous. Gimtown says, what about the Joker? So, I do really like the Joker. I think that Jack Nicholson did a really good job with the Joker. Of course, the Master Joker is, I'm trying to think of his name. Who did A Knight's Tale, Witty?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. I think Heath Ledger, of course, was the Master Joker. I think what colors the Joker for me is that he's chaos for chaos sake, and I never root for the Joker to win. Like, I'm a guy who roots for the villains, and if I root for a villain to win, to beat my hero or whatever, to me that's a great villain. Like, I wanted Vader to win. Like, the whole thing. Like, I wanted him to be like, oh, I'm the Empire now. You know, like, I wanted that. I want... Yeah! Right?
Like, there was... I'm sure there was not a person that was like, oh no, Vader is the worst. And I was like, this is awesome. This is what we've been waiting for 30 years.
I mean, I wanted Vader to win. I wanted the Joker. I wanted the Vulture to get away. Dirty Dexter says, honestly, my first thought was Hans Gruber from Die Hard, but I thought there had to be a villain. I would agree with you. I would say Hans Gruber would be on my list of the greatest villains ever. That's another villain that I wanted to see get away. Like, great villain. Another villain, get the payoff, and scoot. So yeah, Ragnarok had the sister, Helena. Hela. I thought it was Hela.
Hela.
Because they want you to go to hell, right? But they put extra L's in there. Anyway, I thought she was okay. I'm not in love with Kate Winslet in general.
I mean, I thought she was a really good villain, just because, like, she...
Peace, Gimptown.
She was the kind that, like, you know,
Kate Blanchett, thank you.
She just went all out.
That's the thing that I do like. I'll admit.
And, like, there wasn't any, like, super overly discussions, like, explaining my master plan during the fight. No, when she was fighting, she was just
Yeah, she was on. Yeah, I mean, my biggest problem with her character overall was just like she was like the undefeatable force. Yeah, I'm not a name person. Like, I could describe them like, oh, you know, the guy from this role and this role and that role with the blonde hair and the eye patch, but I can't come up with their names. Which to me I think is the key part of being a great actor. Right? A great actor should be a chameleon. Like, you want name recognition, but at the same time, like, you just want to be the role that you're in. Which is one of the things I have problems with like a lot of guys and or actresses and stuff, that they take their stuff and become a household name for outside of their acting, and that's what screws me up. You became familiar with Kate Blanchett and Kate Winslet and Kate Beckinsale around the same time. There's sometimes I think they're all the same person. I'm not gonna lie. You've got elf girl, vampire fighting girl, and I'm not even 100% sure who the other one is. Kate Winslet. So, too many Kates. Too many Kates. So people are talking about this last scene from Infinity Wars where the guys are charging, and I did not realize. Oh, Rose from Titanic. Yeah, I could take or leave her. This last scene, which I did not realize before I saw this particular image, or GIF. I'll throw it up on the screen for people who may or may not care. Let's see if my Twitter will load it. My Twitter may not load it. It is being screwy. Copy video address. Can I paste it? Nope. Anyway, oh, here we go. So this scene right here, people are going crazy for. What I did not, I saw, the Hawk or whatever his name, I can't. Captain America, obviously, the Black Panther, his helper, Scarlet Witch, Winter Soldier, Hulk, and the Falcon. I saw those guys, and of course the army of Wakandans. But you know what snuck up on me that I didn't see? James Rhodes right there, baby, as War Machine. I did not see that. Which means...
I didn't see that either.
Yeah, which means that this is definitely... They've probably teamed up and got over their shite. I mean, yeah, we knew that War Machine was alive. Like, we didn't know we knew he was not dead. We know that they are working on assisting him. I'm hoping that they're doing him more cyborgy, like they did in War Machine. They did like a year-long comic where he was like half machine, half man, and he was like cleaning up all sorts of war criminals and stuff. But hopefully he'll
Got magic legs.
He did have magic legs. Yes. But we already knew that the Hulk was with Stark and Doctor Strange from other clips. So I'm under the impression that this scene will be towards the end of the first movie, and they will have gotten over their shit. Also, look at his hand.
I need to get a bigger
Yeah,
picture of it.
probably. Let me grab the tweet address and I'll stick it in the various chats manually here. But if you look at Captain America's hand, I'm not sure he's got two hands. Change his name to Actual Machine. I don't know. I'm excited. Of course, everyone knew I was going to be excited. But, like, I don't have a Thanos plushie. I'd like to get one. Or not a plushie. Funko Pop or whatever. I have a War Machine. And I have a bunch of Iron Man ones. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited for the movie in general. Well, I think, like I said, Jerry should be on probably already. Let me hit the follow button and see if he's live. Yeah, he's fired things up, so.
With his hands, he's just wearing like claw bracer things.
Yeah, it's got something weird.
Because
It's
like
kind of.
he's got it on the other arm too, and you can see he has a hand underneath it.
Okay. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that's going to be my Friday for the streams. I'm going to try to get some stuff done. And if I get a chance, I will record some stuff. But, let's see. Monday when we come back, are we doing any more of this level, or are we going to level up? I don't know. We might also stream some tomorrow, too. Just watch the feeds. Enjoy Jerry's stream. And, I gotta get some lunch. And I'm sure Whitty and I will want to do some hotzing, but I don't know if we'll do that on stream or not. Probably not. But I don't know, guys. I gotta scoot. Go enjoy Jerry's stream, and we'll be back in a before you know it. Whitty, thanks for the hangman. Everyone else that joined us in the chat, we appreciate you, and we'll see you soon.
Toodles.
Toodles.